Hey everyone, 𝗪𝗡𝗄𝗎 here, and today I have a new nail art video for you. Yes, I said nail art video. I know, it's been quite some time. This video was supposed to come back out in May. However, my life got a little bit nuts, a little bit crazy, didn't have control over things, so I'm done with the swatching for now. So I just want to state this video and these type of French tips were definitely out of my comfort zone. It definitely took me some time to kind of get used to because normally I do not do French tip. However, I was really pleased with the end result of this. So if you like these kind of videos, you want to see more nail art, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, join the Chills crew. Don't worry, I have some Christmas nail art coming out as well, or holiday nail art. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. So first, starting out, we're going to be using Superstition. This is a copper orange holographic dual chrome nail art powder, and I want to show you how fine it is. It's very, very beautiful, and I'm going to love the effect that I'm going to be using, but I wanted to showcase this off first. Now we're going to go ahead and paint this nail tip in the straight up black. It's like a one coat black really, and it works perfectly. Now you don't want to do a super thin coat or not a super thick coat, just a good regular coat. Wait for it to completely dry, and then we're going to go ahead and use, pardon my French, by Maniology. It's the 𝑚052 plate, and you want to make sure that you put a good amount of this straight up black as well on the plate. Now here you can see a bald patch, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape in different angles, and then I'm going to roll my stamp. And mainly what you want to do is create a thin layer so that when I stamp this over the dried polish, it's a little bit tacky, and then I can go in with my Superstition and just buff the crud out of that nail. Be very careful, use your finger, don't use a silicone tool, because remember, we're not working with gel here, we're working with regular polish. Now I also want to add here that when I'm doing this buffing process, that you want to make sure that you don't cause any dents or anything, even though you are using your finger. And I do apply the powder twice, so I'll do the first layer, dust it off, and then do a second layer just to make sure that there's no little spots missing or anything, and then I dust it off again. Now we're going to go in with the 𝗬𝘃𝗃 Wild Luxury Warm Blooded plate, and I'm going to go after the image that is in the far bottom left corner that you can see that has like all these tiger stripes, and I'm going to basically go ahead and apply again my straight up black. Now with this though, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go across with the stroke of the lines and how they're going horizontal, and then I'm going to go in and place my stamp down, and I'm going to roll the stamp over because this is a bit of a curved nail tip, and then I'll just press anything down that's kind of sticking up. Now for the other nails that have the French tip design, I'm going to be using Sanded by Mistletoes as the base, and this is just a nice neutral nude type polish, and it does take me 3 coats to build up opacity, especially on a clear nail tip. I would even say the same thing, it would be 3 coats if, let's say, you even put this on your own nails as well. So just make sure that you have a good, nice, solid, even layer, and yeah, pretty neutral. Now you could do this if you want like a lighter tone, but I just kind of did something that was similar to my skin tone. So now we need to smooth out the nail and then harden it. So we're going to go ahead and use Out the Door Fast Drying Top Coat. I would always use this because this is a thinner fast drying top coat. And then I can go in once that's dried with my matte top coat. I'm here using the Matte About You by 𝗬𝘃𝗍. I don't even think they make this anymore. I'll list another one down below in the description box. But what I want to do is create this mattifying look before I start stamping. So once the matte nail is completely dried, I'm going to go in with my straight up black, and I'm going to use that Maniology, pardon my French plate. I'm going to use this as the tip, and in here you can see I'm kind of like eyeballing it where exactly I want to put the, I guess the curve, the smile line, and I'm going to rock it back and forth because it's got a little bit of a curve. Then I'm going to go back in again with that same stamping plate with the larger image, do the whole thing, put a lot of polish down. You can see I'm scraping in 2 different angles because you can get patchiness on this, so just be aware of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and place that larger black piece on the bottom of the nail, and I do want to stress this though. You want to work very, very quickly, especially if you're working with a larger nail tip area like what I'm doing here. I will say make sure you don't have your AC running in the area, or at least a fan in the area, because if they are blowing in the vicinity, it will dry out that stamping polish really, really quickly before you can even buff in your powder, and then the powder won't actually stick. So I just want to give a heads up on that and how it works properly. Just to give you an idea, it took me, I think, over 7 or 8 times to get this down, and then finally it worked. But just know, practice makes perfect. Now we're going to be using 𝗂𝗏𝗔𝗬𝗏 Commitment Issues. This is a latex base coat, and this is great for when you're trying to cover up certain designs. So in this case here, I'm going to apply this onto the matte finish because I do not want to get any stamping on that matte part of the nail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this to completely dry after carefully applying it, and then that's when we can go ahead and start to stamp. Now that the latex is completely dry, we're going to go back after that same tiger image on the 𝗬𝗂𝐵 plate, and we're going to go ahead and scrape in the same direction as the tiger stripes are going. And now we're going to go ahead and place the stamp down. Now you can always alternate the stripes if you want in different angles. I just basically pushed it a little bit further down so that the bolder striping will go over that chrome look. Now what I'm going to do though is once that's dried, I'm going to carefully roll the latex off the nail, but make sure that you don't go a little bit crazy with it, otherwise you can cause it to peel up on the chrome area too. Now I'm going to go in with my smudge-free top coat. This is my favorite by Maniology. I really do like this stuff. They do have an aqua version, which I heard it works even better. Now I do want to state one thing though. When you're applying this to the nail, you can see here that I'm being really super careful on applying this only to the powdered chrome areas, and you want to be working in thin coats. Just make sure that you're not going to overwork it. Otherwise, I've heard that you can cause smearing, but I do want to state that sometimes if you put too much of this over the chrome powder, you'll get this white effect. Don't worry about it. Just give it a few minutes. It'll completely clear up, and then you can go ahead and with your favorite top coat. Here I'm using the Super Chick Lacquer Liquid Macro Top Coat. I love this because it gives a nice juicy effect. And then I'm gonna do the same thing again where you see it like it has like this nice juicy plump look, but I'm also being really careful putting this up to the smile line again, waiting for that to completely dry, and then it looks amazing. And honestly, I was really happy how the look came out. I didn't think I could actually do this because I've always been afraid of doing French tips, so I was really happy with the end results. And here's the final look. Everything that I used, I will link down below in the description box or even in the pinned comment, but I am really curious what you thought overall of this look. If you're planning to recreate it, if you're planning on picking up some of the items, what do you think overall of the tiger nails, French tips? I'm actually curious about all of it. Not only that, let me know as well when you would like to start seeing holiday or Christmas nail art content. I was thinking about mid-November to later parts of November, but let me know. I'm completely open if you want to see fall nail art, because I haven't really created any fall nail art and I need to get on that. So with that being said though, if you do like these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, join the Chills crew, and until then, take care and stay chilly.